This video shows the startup and warm-up procedures for the Haas VF4 CNC mill located in the VRI. It is important to run the startup and warm-up sequence on any CNC machine to ensure that you make good parts and not create further damage of the machine.
When machining, it's important to always use proper safety procedures. Always wear safety glasses when inside the shop area and when machining. Never reach inside the machine while it's running, and always run parts with the doors closed.
The first thing to check is to make sure you have enough way oil. The purpose of way oil is to lubricate the ways of the machine so that they run smoothly. If it does not have enough way oil, the ways will not run smoothly and you will have chatter marks on your part and not a good part. The way oil is located behind the machine. How you check it is with the reservoir. There is a max oil level mark and a min oil level mark. You want the oil to be above the min oil level mark. Anywhere above this mark is fine. If it is below the min oil level mark, there is extra oil located right here. And you can use this funnel to fill it through this opening right here.
After checking the way oil of the machine, it's important to check the coolant to make sure that it's clean of contaminants and full to the proper level. The coolant's also located on the rear side of the machine. This example shows a good amount of coolant that's also clean and free of any contaminants. Over here, we can see an example of dirty coolant. If the coolant is as dirty as this, please see the lab manager and he'll assist you in refilling the machine with clean coolant. Not running the machine with enough coolant or with dirty coolant can cause damage to the coolant lines and the pump of the Haas.
This is the Haas controller right here. It's got a few different sections to operate the machine. First is the power on-off, a feedback of the spindle load, your emergency stop in case there is an emergency, your cycle start and feed hold so you can start your program and pause it whenever you need to. And then these are various buttons and controllers for setting up the machine to run your program. The first step when starting your machine is to turn it on with the power on button. It will run through its opening sequence where it checks all the different languages that it can run in, and then it will open up a menu screen. The first thing to take notice is that the machine always starts with an alarm. This alarm will prevent you from doing anything on the machine until you press the reset button. When you've pressed the reset button, it will say no alarm at the top of the screen. At this point, you can continue with your startup warm-up sequence. To start off, you need to press the 0 ret button to get into the 0 ret position menu screen. At this point, you press auto all axes and the machine will find its XYZ home. The next step is to select the morning warm-up program. How to do that is first you press the list program button. It comes into the list of programs that are saved onto the machine controller. You then go up and you want to select morning warm-up with ways because that will warm up the ways of the machine as well as the spindle, whereas the other morning warm-up programs on this machine will only warm up the spindle but not the ways. After that, you press the select program button on the controller, which selects that program. Afterwards, you need to go into the memory menu so that it can actually run the program. How you do that is you press the memory key. It shows the G and M code on the screen of what this program is going to do. You can either run the program from this screen, or most people prefer to run it from the current commands screen, which you access by pressing the current commands button. At this point, you need to check inside the machine to make sure that there are no tools currently attached to the spindle. As you can see, at this point, there are no tools currently attached to the spindle. And so you can continue by closing the doors and then pressing cycle start. This is the program running. It is programmed to run in a loop, and so it could run continuously forever. You don't necessarily want that to happen, and so you will have to manually stop the program when you are ready to machine your parts. It is best to run this program, however, for 10 to 20 minutes to make sure that every component of the machine is properly lubricated and running smoothly. After this program has run for about 10 or 20 minutes and the machine is running smoothly, you stop it manually by pressing the feed hold button and then the reset button. At that point, it is safe to load up your tools and then run the machine through your CNC operation. And that's it.